question, it's about similarity of cones. In this question, he declared that they are similar. Finally, let's read. Two cones are similar. Write down the value of L. What's L? It's the slant height. This cone has diameter of 8. This is the bigger one. And the smaller one has diameter of 4. And they are similar. What did you understand? Who says? Yes, I heard you. The diameter, the bigger diameter is twice the smaller diameter. Then you knew what? The scale factor is 2. What is the definition of scale factor? You just divide diameter by diameter. 8 divided by 4, it is 2. Okay, so what is the relation between the slant height and this slant height? You just divide 11 by the same scale factor, which is 2. Divide 11 by 2, it will be 5.5. Da-da-da. We can also find it in another way, by making them as a ratio, like diameter 1 over diameter 2 over diameter 2, it has the same ratio because of the word similar. Not always, because they are similar cones. Diameter 1 over diameter 2 is slant height 1 over slant height 2, which is we name it the scale factor. You can find it like cross multiplication. You write 8 over 4 equals 11 over L, and you sing this song. Fraction equals fraction, then cross multiplication. Pull them up like that. Or you do like I did before in the previous video, that L equals a long dash, and you divide by the number connected to L, which is 4 multiplied by 11 and divided by 8. It will be 5.5 as I expected before. We write it here on the number line. There is another method about the scale factor. Scale factor is 8 over 4. It means scale factor is 2. Okay, what do you need? I need the slant height. I have the bigger slant height. So if you need the slant height, which is the smaller one, you just divide the slant height of the bigger one by the scale factor. So it is 11 divided by the scale factor, which is 2. You get the same result, which is 5.5. After dealing with the scale factor, now he'll ask me about volume factor. How did you know? He didn't say anything about volume. No, he gave a clue. Let's read. When full, the larger cone contains 172 centimeter cubed of water. What is centimeter cube? What is full? What is water? It means the capacity of the cone. It's a container and you fill it with water. How much is the volume of the larger one? It is 172 centimeter cube. Okay. What's the required thing? How much water does the smaller cone contain when it is full? Now he needs the volume in centimeter cube, no conversion. Huh? Here is centimeter cube, here is centimeter cube. So he needs now to find how much water does the smaller cone contains when it is full. How to know? I know, of course, because I know that the scale factor is 2, then volume factor equals scale factor but cube. Volume factor equals scale factor but cube. If you need, let's write first the information. The larger volume, 172. What is the use of drawing the cone? For our benefit, to write the information on the diagrams. And here the smaller volume, I don't know. Okay? So in order to find the smaller volume, there is the bigger volume, and you want to make it smaller or bigger? You want to make it smaller. So you divide or you multiply. I divide. Divide by scale factor but cube. the bigger volume is 172. You divide it by scale factor, which is 2, but cube. It means if the height is twice the height and the diameter is twice the diameter, it means the volume is 8 times the volume. So you just divide 172 divided by 8. It will be 21.5 centimeters. Okay, in other words, volume factor is scale factor but cubed, which is 2 cubed, which is 8. Just divide this volume by 8, you will get the smaller volume. Now, next question. Another triangle embedded in a bigger triangle. And in this case, he said clearly the word similar. Let's zoom in. Here I have parallelism. Oh, parallelism creates similarity. Yes, he declared they are similar, and also he declared the word parallel. Let's read in the diagram. Triangles ABE and ACD are similar. BE is parallel to CD, and AB is 5, BC is 4, BE is 4 centimeters, AE is 8 centimeters, and we have two missing sides, which are P and Q. Of course, he wants me to calculate them. Work out the values of P and Q. When you extract the baby triangle from the Baba triangle, will make it easier for us to write all information. This is 5 centimeters, this is 5 plus 4. If this is 5, this is 5 plus 4, which is 9. Now you can know the ratio, which is the scale factor. This side, the bigger one, is P. And this smaller side is 4. Now these are the proportional sides. You have any extra information? Yes, this is 8 and this is x. Don't call it 8 plus q. It will annoy you in calculations. Okay? We name it x. This is 8 and this is x. 8 centimeters and this is x centimeters. In this case, we make it easier by saying dash equals dash equals dash. Say it, dash equals dash equals dash. Yes, dash equals dash equals dash. What do I mean by this? I need to express proportionality of sides. Okay? The horizontal side over the horizontal side is equal to the inclined one over the inclined one is equal to this 8 over x. But to make it, to organize your answer, please put the full ratio in the middle. I mean the 5 over 9. This 5 over 9 is the only complete ratio in the three of them. So I write 5 over 9. Of course, you want to ask me, shall I write big over small or small over big? It will give the same result, but you have to maintain it. If you need to write, if you decide to put the smaller over the bigger, please maintain the same concept in all ratios. So 5 over 9 equals the yellow one over the yellow one equals the blue one over the blue one equals the pink one over the pink one. I love colors. So now I'll write here 4 over P and here 8 over X. And we just sing fraction equals fraction, then cross multiplication, and fraction equals fraction, then cross multiplication. In this time, in this, on the one on the left hand side, we are concerned to find P. On the right hand side, we are concerned to find what? X. Let's calculate now P. P equals a long dash divided by the number connected to P, which is 5. And here 4 multiplied by 9. 4 multiplied by 9 divided by the number connected to P, which is 5. The answer will be 7.2. Don't write it twice. I go directly to the answer line and I write it. Why didn't I write the units of measuring, which is centimeter? If you concentrate this P is a value and centimeter is already written beside it. So he just wants the value. Okay, centimeter is already written. Just write the value of P. What about X? X will be a long dash and divide by the number connected to X, which is the 5. So now it is 9 multiplied by 8 divided by the number connected to the X, which is the 5. So the answer is 14.4. I made a mistake. This is not Q, this is X. Oh, it is not Q. I didn't find Q yet. Yes, if you need to find Q, you need to subtract. Q is the whole X and then subtract 8. So it is X, we said it is 14.4 minus 8. It will be 6.4 centimeters. That's all about this question, but the next question, it's a 3D shape. He is now talking about spheres. Spheres means balls. Okay, when he says a spherical balloon, it means the balloon looks like a ball. When you inflate it, it means you blow in air to become bigger. Let's read the question. A spherical balloon of radius 3 meters has a volume of 36 pi cubic meters. It is further inflated until its radius is 12 meters. Calculate its new volume, leaving your answer in terms of pi. What does he mean in terms of pi? And why did he write here the volume 36 pi? 36 pi is much better. Write it on the calculator, 36 shift pi, and click SD. 36 pi, it means it is 113.0709733 and 5. You know, it's an infinite number, but 36 pi is exact. Pi is exact. Pi is exact. Pi is exact. If you write it in terms of pi, it's exact. If you want to write it as decimal, you are annoying yourself. We love to write it in terms of pi. Let's write the information. We have here the baby sphere. Its radius is 3 meters. And the bigger sphere, inflated until the radius is 12. This is 12 meters. This means, what did you know now? Who can say? This is the scale factor, or what's known? There is something crystal clear. Scale factor, or area factor, or volume factor? Yes, radius over radius. It is scale factor. Yes, I can write here that I discovered that the scale factor is the bigger radius over the smaller radius, and we said before that meter and meter will be cut out, so it will be 4. For what? Nothing, it's unitless. It means that the bigger radius is 4 times the smaller radius. Okay, where is the volume? A spherical balloon of radius 3 meters has a volume of 36 pi. So this volume is 36 pi. It's further inflated until the radius is 12. You know, I intend to read the question once and twice and thrice until I concentrate, and all the students must do the same thing. Don't be in a hurry. Read it once, twice, and thrice until you know all information and organize your ideas. You'll get the full mark. So calculate the new volume, leaving your answer in terms of pi. So you need to find the volume which is bigger one. Let's write the relation. Volume big equals volume small multiplied by scale factor but cubed. Let's say it again. Volume big equals volume small multiplied by scale factor but cubed. If you cube the 4, it will be 64. If this radius, the bigger radius, is 4 times the smaller radius, it means that the bigger volume is 64 times the smaller volume. The bigger balloon is 64 times the smaller balloon. What is 64? How did I find it out? It's the cubing of the 4. Now, the smaller volume is 36 pi, and you multiply it by 4 but cubed. So 36 times 4 but cubed, it is 2304 pi meter cubed. I fulfilled the requirements of the question because he wants the final answer in terms of pi. What comes after that? This is your last thing today. Let's take it as a quiz. No. There's something else about the vase. I want to tell you about the vase. It's an amazing question. Let's read this one. Think about it. Quiz. A cylindrical glass has a radius of 3 centimeters and a height of 7 centimeters. So the baby one is a glass. He uses 2 expressions, glass and a jar. Take care of his expressions. A larger cylindrical jar full of water is similar shape to the glass. When he says the clue of similar, you understand that there is scale factor, area factor, volume factor. The glass can be filled with water from the jar exactly 216 times. So the glass can be filled from water from the jar 216 times. So the volume of the bigger cylinder is 216 times the volume of the baby cylinder. Work out the radius and the height of the jar. First of all, I want to concentrate which is the glass. It's the baby cylinder. Which is the jar? It's the baba cylinder. What is the information he gave me? A cylindrical glass has a radius of 3 centimeters and the height of 7 centimeters. A large cylindrical jar full of water is similar shape to similarity. Here is the key word. When we see this keyword, we understand in which topic we are solving now. The glass can be filled with, so this is the volume factor. What did he give me now? Volume factor is 216. From this information, I can find the scale factor. The scale factor is the cubic root of the volume factor, as we said before. And 216 is a perfect cube. Cubic root of 216 is 6. It means the bigger radius is 6 times the smaller radius. So you need now to find the bigger radius. It is 6 times the smaller radius, which is 18 centimeters. And about the bigger height, it is 6 times the smaller height. So 6 multiplied by 7, it is 42 centimeters. Any conversion? No. Everything in centimeter in the question, no conversion. How did I know this relation? Because volume factor equals scale factor but cubed, and vice versa. If you need to make scale factor subject of the formula, you take the cubic root of the volume factor, which is cubic root of 216, which is 6. How to check our work? I need to check. Okay. If you need to find the volume of the baby, if you need to find the volume of the baby glass, you just divide the volume of the bigger glass by 216. Okay, I need to stress on something. So the radius, you multiply it by 6 this radius will be 18. And the height, you multiply it also by 6. So the bigger height will be 42. But the volume, you multiply it by 216 to find the volume of the jar. The last question now is about the vase, and these are two similar vases. Where is the key word? The word similar. This is also a quiz. Da-da-da-da. Two similar vases have heights which are in the ratio 3:2. This doesn't mean that the height is 3 centimeters and the other height is 2 centimeters. It could be 30 to 20. It could be, if you multiply by 5 by 5, it could be 15 centimeters and 10 centimeters. This is just a ratio, okay? The volume of the larger vase is 1080 centimeter cube. Calculate the volume of the smaller vase. First of all, in order to concentrate, this height is not 3 centimeters. It is 3x. And this height, it is not 2 centimeters. It is 2x. But the thing that I sure understand, this is the scale factor, which is 3:2. Let's write the information. The volume of the larger vase, so this volume is 1080 centimeter cube. And he needs to find this volume of the baby vase. The volume of the larger vase is 1080. Calculate the volume of the smaller vase. Okay. We now need to find the volume. So it's volume factor, scale factor. The number which is 1080, if you need to make it bigger, multiply it by 3/2. If you need to make it smaller, you multiply it by 2/3. What's your target? Making 1080 bigger or smaller? Smaller. So you don't multiply by 3/2, it will become bigger. You multiply it by scale factor, which is 2/3, but cubed. So here, 1080, multiply it by 2/3, but cubed. Let's have the challenge and find it. The number, this value will get smaller. 1080 multiply by, open brackets, 2/3, close brackets, and then cube your result. I'm teaching you how to use the calculator. So the value will become 320, which does make sense. We have another rule and another song we sang before, that if you need to find the volume, which is the smaller one, volume small equals volume big, you want to make it smaller, divided by scale factor but cubed. You will get the same result, because simply if you divide by fraction, you multiply by its reciprocal, gives the same result. Okay, next question is dealing with the same vases. We have to learn something, that this line is to be read before part A and is to be read before part B also. Reread it. It is the same information for the same vases, which they have the scale factor 3:2. Zoom in. The surface area of the smaller vase is 252 centimeters squared. Calculate the surface area of the larger vase. Let's write the information. Surface area of the smaller vase, this is area small, is 252. It is 252 centimeters squared. If you didn't concentrate, complete the sentence and underline his requirements. Calculate the surface area of the larger vase. Yes, he needs area. He needs area big. Question mark. Area big. Who can sing it? Area big equals area small multiply by scale factor, but yes, but square. Area big equals area small multiplied by scale factor, but square. What's area small? It is 252. You multiply it by 3 over 2, but square. I assure you this number will become bigger. So 252 multiplied by, open brackets, or you just multiply by 9 over 4. Multiply by 9 over 4. This is the squaring of 3 over 2. The answer would be 567. And that's all for today. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye bye.